drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Gardner Minshew and the Chicago Bears taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Minshew, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On the ground, it's Montgomery. That hill run. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier.
2nd and 11.
On the play.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Montgomery back to the ground. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 19 carries, 97 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Minshew sets to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears. Touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
5-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 20.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Rodgers.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Eddie Jackson brought him down. A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
41-yard line.
Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Gardner Minshew.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
7-7, our score after one. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
50 Cent, Mike, 50 Cent.
Here's Minshew. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Zadarius Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 34. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Rodgers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The throw over the middle taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And he's got Miller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And bringing it out usually isn't the best decision, but he turned it into a good decision with what winds up being a terrific return.
7-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
2nd and 7 at the Packers' 47-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Minshew sacked.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
8-yard
I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down.
Now Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bang that one through. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Taking it about the 1.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Touchdown, Packers! A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And here again comes Gardner Minshew. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards the pickup there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Minshew. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That's complete to Mooney. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. It'll be Minshew again. He'll drop this one down to Cohen, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Minshew's pass intercepted by
So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Rodgers now on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 32-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. Maybe lucky to have that one back. Third down.
It's third down. And 5 yards to go.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down, Packers.
Here's Rodgers to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete. I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Gain of 20. First down.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin.
Rodgers.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense set to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown, Bears.
So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out, looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
first down.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
With the score.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Jones. He finds some open field here. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Lane. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chicago offense set to get started. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And this will be caught by Mooney. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 93 yards. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? Minshew sets to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back at the 10. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap. After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15. First down, Green Bay.
On 1st down, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones.
Rodgers pass.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And look look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. They'll find Miller. That's complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
The 10-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 1. A minute 50 to play. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 79 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Normally, we're used to seeing Aaron Rodgers drive his guys down the field in the fourth quarter. There, not so much, really didn't have to. Put the ball on the money, let your receiver do the rest.
Yeah, normally we see him operate with surgical precision, don't we? Pass here to a receiver, pass there to a receiver. This time, he just went ahead and gave him the dagger, didn't he? Deep shot downfield.
Big shot now. Is there too much time on the clock, though?
That is the key to everything, but you take the touchdowns when you can and tell your defense, make it stand up.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So the focus now shifts to the Bears, trailing by a touchdown. 1:13 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Back to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Rodgers looking to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre